Hey guys, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions, and it's Win Wednesday! So I'm coming to you today and wanted to mention something that is obviously near and dear to all of our hearts. Money, right? But more importantly, everybody is feeling very fearful right now. And that fear and those heightened emotions is based on risk. So I want you to see something. Seeing this? Yeah, see those? Okay, this camera's lying a little bit. You can't quite tell. But I have lots of new wrinkles and what do you call those things that you get when you're squinting a lot? And then, oh yeah, and believe it or not, I have gray hairs in there now. Yes, that have only developed through this COVID-19. I did not have them before, but I'm having to do so much more computer work, right? We're having to do things virtually. We're on the internet. We're talking and meeting with people virtually, things of this nature. So I didn't realize the strain I'm putting on my eyes. And so what this has to do with money is that we don't stop to realize that money is the number one stressor for most people. Not having enough, not being able to pay their bills, and where's the next source of it coming from? So if everybody's jobs are going downhill because they had a job that was considered non-essential and now they're possibly laid off or even shut down, a lot of businesses are shutting down, it's creating a lot of fear and hysteria. So how do they overcome that, right? Well, the government is trying to develop these unemployment programs and things like this, but it could literally crash the system, which is not encouraging them. It is discouraging them. So what it's going to do is those that, when tough times get tough, the tough get tougher, those that persevere are going to learn some new skills. They're going to go, okay, well, I can't do the job I was doing, so I need to learn to do something different. For instance, if they worked in a restaurant that now is completely shut down and no longer able to work, well, they're going to try to find a job maybe in a delivery, or they're going to, if they were working for a big company and they said, okay, we got to cut everybody in this department, they either transferred to a different department and learned a whole new skill set, or some people are choosing to go to school, doing online training and things right now, so that they are going to become marketable and they can grab jobs that are available. There's still thousands of jobs that are out there and available, but people have to develop a different skill set. So those that are willing to adapt, bend, flex, change, right? Jab, jab, left hook, right? That's what that refers to. Being willing to and recognizing life is going to continue to throw things at you the whole time. And we combat it by having knowledge, and that knowledge empowers us. So what does this have to do with money? Many times people are fearful because of the potential for losing money. Okay, so in 2008, many people saw thousands of dollars disappear literally seemingly overnight with stock market crashes and things of this nature. And that was their retirement money. It was very discouraging. You can look up the data. There was a lot of suicides and things that took place during this time because it was absolutely devastating to people. And it was based on their knowledge. They thought by putting their money in this retirement program that was invested in the stock market that their money was safe, okay? They didn't understand the inherent risks. They didn't understand all how the stock market works, things of this nature. And obviously nobody predicted as big of a drop or something of that nature as what they saw then. So it was absolutely devastating. So knowledge is power, which is why we spend so much time trying to teach people and educate and show you guys how and what and get more knowledge about money. And hopefully we're getting this curriculum going that'll be in the public schools this fall. Even potential got some more collaborators on this, so we're looking forward to that because I think young people need to learn this just as much, and it's not being taught in any formal capacity whatsoever. And a lot of it is just life skills. Some people call them just common sense, but a lot of it isn't. And so these are things that we need to be very proactive as parents, as investors. So what's going on with our lenders, right? They're putting freezes on stuff. They're not lending. We've had friends that were at the closing table and the lenders literally pulled up funds right then and there. They lost the deal at that moment because the lender pulled back at the closing table. That was devastating for them. So what you do at that point is you have to stop and ask yourself, why did this lender pull out of this deal? What was it about it? Now, sometimes with lenders, everybody is different because it still comes down to an underwriter and who that is and their personal criteria. But it always comes down to risk and what factors are they willing to risk and which ones are they not willing to risk. In some situations with lenders, it was how they were funded that determined if they had the money to move forward and things of that nature. Some of them are literally funding off of lines of credit, and some of those lines of credit disappeared overnight and they didn't know until the day before or the day of. So in simple situations, reaffirming and getting that knowledge is huge because it allows you to make a better decision. So investors, that means we need to figure out what it is our lenders are looking. What's their criteria? Their criteria isn't the same as it was 3 months ago. Their criteria has changed, and you need to know that. Everybody is trying to reduce risk, right? And so obviously the higher the risk, the better return they expect. The lower the risk, they're not as concerned about it because they don't feel like there's much of a risk there. So keeping that in mind, when you're talking with your lenders, when you're talking with other people who want to pull their money out of retirement and put it into real estate, you need to reduce their risk. How are you doing that? Are you doing it the way we do it? By securing it with a physical asset? Are you doing it by securing them on the insurance policies? Are you doing it by securing them as recording it with the county and the title? Are you doing things that mitigate the risk? If you do it those ways, it not only mitigates the risk, but it gives them more peace of mind. Other things that we do that many of our lenders have exceedingly appreciated is we're very transparent. So we show them this is our repair estimate, this is our budget, and as invoices and things are coming in, we let them see them the entire time. Why? Because we want them to know we're on budget. We want them to know, okay, we're over budget here, but we had contingency, so we're pulling that from there so they can see, well, nope, they're still on budget, they're still on track, we're still doing good. We also want them to know and understand that when we buy a property so much below, and then when we build value into it by doing our repairs, that our conservative ARV isn't based on last year's model. It's based on the last 90 days and sometimes even the last 30 days because we want to be really, really careful and cautious. And even then, ours is very conservative. We run our numbers very conservatively for a reason. We want to mitigate the risk. We don't want to lose money. Our investors don't want to lose money. We don't want anybody else that's on our team losing money. We want our agents and everybody else to get money just the same. But we can't do that if we're not being conscientious and not having the knowledge that would empower them to move forward with our offers, to move forward with our closings, to move forward with our sellers and buyers, and continually trying to make everybody have that win-win. To do that, you need that knowledge. So we have worked diligently, not only with buyers, we have a lot of buyers in our area that are going, wow, we're renting, we're stuck inside now for 2 months, sometimes 3, and we don't like living in this apartment anymore. We want to buy. We see prices are good. We want to take advantage of it, but they don't qualify. So that's when you should be reaching out to us and contacting us. You can do so by calling us at 360-386-7493. When you do, you can talk to us about our credit repair, or we call it our credit hacking division. What we do is we literally take a look at your individual situation, figure out what it would take to get you qualified. Most people are surprised at how quickly and easily we're able to get them qualified. We had a lady just 2 weeks ago who for 6 months had been trying to get qualified, and the banks kept telling her, nope, you're not qualified, nope. But they didn't really tell her how or why. We spent 30 minutes with her, told her exactly why she wasn't qualified, and gave her a plan to get her qualified. And we had her qualified in 24 hours. And 24 hours later, she applied for her loan and she got it. And so simple things like that, we're able to help out and be a blessing. Now she's qualified as a buyer. Well, now she can get out there and buy, right? But as a seller, the same also comes true. In this situation, many sellers, although the foreclosures and evictions has been postponed, guess what? Their credit's still in bad shape. They still are going to lose their home. It just got postponed for another month or two. But what most people don't realize is as a seller, the power is still in your hand. So you could still work with a company like American Made Home Solutions. And in doing so, you can repair your credit. You can save yourself from getting a foreclosure on your record because we're able to buy those properties as is. You don't have to do repairs. You don't have to dump a bunch more money in there. We're able to do all kinds of creative things that will enable you to get out on your terms or as close to on your terms as possible, but created it to be a win so you're not losing and it just doesn't feel like a massive loss. So when life happens and you have a house and you now have to make a decision about it and you're looking at the economy going, our house is even selling and mine needs so much work and I can't get the money and this and that and all this stuff, and you have so much overwhelming stress, it's hard to make a decision. And that's why we at American Made Home Solutions want to come alongside you. We want to offer you a fair market cash value that you can look at and evaluate, okay, does this help my situation? Is this helpful? Can I go with and make a decision moving forward based on this information? Oftentimes we're meeting with sellers, we're evaluating them. We'll oftentimes bring 2 to 3 offers to the table that they can pick and choose from. And then time. It gives them the gift of time. So many times we forget that time is a gift. To know, okay, I can think about this for a week and it's going to be okay. I can think about this for 2 days and it's going to be okay. I can make a different decision, again, because I have the knowledge and that empowers me to make a different decision. So we want to do the same thing for you. When you share this video, it gets the word out to others who may be in this same situation. Maybe they're needing to sell because they can no longer afford their home now based on what just happened, or they're transferring their job because of what we talked about earlier, and now they're having to move to a whole different area and they need to sell quickly. Maybe they're actually in the process, unfortunately, of going through divorce. All kinds of scenarios happen that we're able to show people and help people learn other tools and trades resources that they can use to make a different decision, but one that best suits them and helps them create that win-win. And we want to do the same. So when you share this video, it lets other people know who may not know of us, but you know them, and then they share it and someone else sees it, and the next thing you know, we're able to help and be a blessing to them. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to continue to spread hope and encouragement, not only to the contractors, to the investors, to those people who are looking to try to create a better future for their family. So in doing so, if they're looking at retirement and they no longer want to keep their money in a 401k or a retirement plan that in turn is more volatile and they want to move it over into real estate, we're able to do that and create security and peace of mind. At the end of the day, people always need a place to sleep. They don't always need a piece of stock that says it's valued at this price on this day when you bought it, but it's no longer valued at this. And so there's a lot more value and peace of mind that comes with owning real estate. And we want to enable so many more people to be able to take advantage of that and have peace of mind during times when life is throwing a lot at them, and give them that knowledge that empowers them to take control back of their life and thus reduce their fear and anxiety. And you don't get that knowledge by the media, the news, they're not broadcasting that. They only make money or make ratings or whatever when it's negative stuff, right? So that's why it's important that you share this video with others. Give us a call. We're happy to work with you in regards to the credit repair or the credit hacking, whatever you want to refer to it there. If you're a contractor or investor or business, we're happy to work with it on the business side as well and building business credit. Or if you're in the situation where you're wanting to transfer those funds and things and you want to know how that works and what that all entails, give us a call, 360-386-7493. We'll look forward to talking to you soon, and hopefully this has brought some encouragement to you as we continue to move forward in the days and weeks ahead and celebrate with you again on the next Win Wednesday. Bye for now.